Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So Bitcoin on the 4 hour. So there we go. Look at it. There it is. There is the aesthetically pleasing chart. We bounced off the resistance. We came back and back tested the middle of the range, bounced back up, took out the resistance, and have continued to make progress into the next range. So that's basically what I said, exactly what I said I wanted to see, because it just looks good. It just looks how charts should move, which is also why I expect it, because you just see this sort of price action over and over again. If you study price action for a prolonged period, this is just how price action moves. So that's kind of why you have a bias to wanting to see it, because that's what you usually see. So then when you do see it, you kind of just know everything is as it should be. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, so we are now into this next zone, which is good. Obviously stochastics and everything we're looking pretty good for us to blast us through after this little pullback to the middle of the range. So what now? So the first and foremost, we have to obviously establish price action in this range, hold this level. It is good that we are moving deep into it, moving well above that 53,000 level, currently $1,000 above, because obviously we're gonna potentially, if we hold here or higher, we are gonna run into that 4 hour 9, which that could pretty much bring us the pullback, and obviously we want to be as far away from this support as possible before we get the pullback. Therefore, that support obviously having a better chance of holding price action if we even get as deep as it. But I would suspect we will. I would suspect we are gonna basically come back and test this support, this old support as new resistance at some point. That is literally not to say we can't accelerate into this however high we like into this 4 hour 9, even if it takes us up to 57k. Obviously at that point we'd have to observe the price action as it unfolds as to whether we will come all the way back and back test it. But I still suspect we would. I suspect we would hold this range and tap the bottom and top a few times, kind of like how we obviously have done in this previous range. But that's basically how I like to trade and analyze price action. These horizontal ranges, these levels, the midpoints of these ranges, and then just see how we react to each of the points, and that's where you can take your trades accordingly. So but Bitcoin looking good here, obviously looking good. This range is obviously the top half of the larger range. The larger range of this 46 to 58k range. This is obviously the wider range. This point obviously being the middle of the range, so the middle of this range, or roughly the middle of this range. It's good to see it's breaking the top half. So if you do hold this level, or hold this range, hold this basically 52 to 58k range, then eventually we would probably have to expect a break deep into the 60ks. Obviously the trend is your friend. We know we have been onwards and upwards from obviously the 4 digits, so basically the sub 10ks. We are basically in a longer term bull market here. To call the top of it at any given point is obviously a dangerous thing to try and do. So we wouldn't do that, and obviously you just expect us to continue upwards until one day that we don't go any higher. But there will only be one day that we don't go any higher than. So there you go. Bitcoin looking good. Obviously we want to hold in here. Obviously what is going to signal downside is if we lose this horizontal, at which point we can, at that point, you could target the middle, but I probably would say if we show a sign of weakness like that, we'll probably be coming down to test the bottom. And then not in all likelihood, but then we could potentially bounce off that, back test the middle. Then if we come back down, we will be coming back down to around the 41k level. and then obviously we take out this low, and then well, who knows where we could go from there. But obviously that is a whole cascade of events that is yet to or and may not unfold anyway. But yeah, but as it stands looking good. Looking good. So Ethereum, Bitcoin pairing. This has broken above our important level. Got rejected the first time, brought it back up above again, and is currently back testing this horizontal, this rough area of this horizontal. So needs to hold this level, needs to push on upwards, and needs to make progress. If it doesn't, if we basically lose this horizontal, then yeah, it won't be looking good basically. Bitcoiners, like, this is the Satoshi pairing, the Bitcoin pairing, and as we said, this is a long way from looking bullish yet, but it's obviously a lot less bearish than it was looking. So but we have got to we've got to hold this horizontal. First we had to take out this horizontal, now we've got to hold this horizontal, and the next real horizontal is this one up here. This is obviously of importance here as well, but yeah, mainly getting above that, and we will I think go full bullish. Obviously the US dollar pairing is looking good, so that is looking good. Ran into a 409, so trading a bit sideways to down, 409 at this resistance. But I mean, clearly you can see once we bust above this level and this 409, we are potentially just going to be going deep into the 2Ks. I will draw this horizontal. I was told I can press shift and it will basically, look at that, and it basically goes straight. Isn't that a great TradingView? Oh, it's gone again. Isn't that a great TradingView hack? Let me just make that line a bit thinner though. So yeah, we've got that high to keep an eye on as well. Is it changed colour? It's not even grey, is it? Why is it changed to white? Interesting. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, as you can see, so basically I can probably click on this, and then if I click shift and then try and move it, it should straighten it out for me, and it did change the colour as well. There we go. So what a fantastic thing that I've learned thanks to someone in the chat. In the Telegram chat. But yeah, anyway, so the US dollar pairing, and this is obviously looking good. Yeah, I mean, back above these levels, great. Back above this level, I mean, we're clearly going to be going into the 2Ks. It's just a case of where does Bitcoin go at that same time. US dollar, not the US dollar, the DXY is US dollar, obviously against the basket of currencies. But yeah, dollar backing off a bit here. Backing off a bit from the level. This is pretty much, as I've been saying this whole time, is the level that it is fine for the dollar to get up to, and then I think it would probably get rejected. But then I also thought we would probably squeeze up to here. Yeah, so obviously we need to basically not continue into the 93s. If we do, then obviously things will start to look a bit dicey. But at present, this is just it's just a pullback, bro. And there's not really much to worry about here. And we'll keep an eye on the 10-year. 10-year just having a little bit of an easing off as well, but obviously still pretty elevated above 1.5. So yeah, there you go. GameStop, GameStop. Look at that, guys. So this is having a second wind. I'm like near certain that we won't take out this high. But hey, obviously this is a dead cat bounce, which is to be expected at some point. I probably didn't expect it to come up this much, and then I did then expect it to come back down. So we're currently trying to move a bit higher. So it's just intriguing. It is an intriguing thing to look at. So yeah, good luck, guys. But yeah, if you guys think you can push it back above here, then that would be pretty crazy. No doubt there will be being shorts reapplied to this asset, so they will be there to be squeezed. Probably not in as large a quantity as they were before, and not from as low a level. Obviously they'll be short from a higher level. But yeah, very interesting to see how that will transpire. Here's our descending broadening wedge in the S&P. Are we going to come and take out the top and then go on a 40% move to the upside? Are we? Also, you can see that we basically eased off of 409, so pretty textbook there. Nasdaq, obviously Nasdaq. Yeah, tech stocks not doing very well. So yeah, just look at the difference between these two charts. Obviously both on a 4 hour. There you go, 4 hour. There you go, 4 hours. So I mean, obviously everybody knows in a rising interest rate environment that tech stocks basically underperform. That is just a fully observable market dynamic. So yeah, no surprise seeing these do this. But yeah, that's just how it is. Tech stocks, which a lot of people in finance just they basically they view them as bond proxies. So basically, when interest rates are going down, they will go up. Just like the value of a bond will go up as the interest rate goes down, the same. And obviously, as interest rates go up, the value of the bond goes down, and obviously the value of tech stocks go down. So there you go. But this is back at this important level, guys. So this is pretty much looking curtains. It's looking curtains. But let's have a look at Tesla. How is Tesla doing? On the basis that Bitcoin is still not far away from its highs. Yep, still getting wrecked. Yeah, Tesla wrecked. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the techiest of tech stocks. If you're in Tesla, you literally are in it just for the tech, because there's nothing else to it basically apart from now a bit of Bitcoin, but which obviously isn't helping too much at the moment, which is interesting, because if you look at MicroStrategy, which basically we can do, it was basically rallying as Bitcoin was going up, and now Bitcoin is rallying and it's not going up. So even Bitcoin can't save these tech stocks. But what is good to see is Bitcoin not acting like a tech stock and going up. But then at the end of the day, finance professionals view Bitcoin as a commodity, and commodities should not do so poorly in a rising interest rate environment, in an inflationary environment. So yeah, there you go. Some interesting things going on there. Gold silver ratio, let's just check that out. Yeah, that had a nice pullback, and yeah, I would expect more downwards here. So yeah, there we go. Gold itself, look at it. Basically, this level 1690 ish is an important level. So I am still fully expecting this bounce at least up to here, and then potentially onwards and upwards. But I don't think gold is going to basically is going to take out this horizontal on a 4-hour closing basis before tapping up here. So yeah, there you go. We'll keep an eye on that. Then yeah, so back to Bitcoin, back to the stochastics. We just know they're going to be looking golden, but we'll look at them anyway. Yeah, 4-hour pretty exhausted up here, which does mean that maybe at some point we are going to get that back test into around 53k, 52 to 53k. 10-hour. Probably looking a bit toppy as well if it wants to load. Yeah, not looking too bad, but yeah, losing its upwards momentum a tad. So is this gonna turn down? Are we gonna trade a bit of sideways? 12-hour looking grand though. Daily, plenty of room to run. 2-day turning back up. 3-day looking to want to turn back up. And then obviously the 5-day weekly doing their thing. There's not really a lot we can read. Obviously they're just alternating higher time frames, not too useful for what we're looking at. But yeah, kind of just suggest well, consolidation at least within this range, potentially a test down into the 52 53k level, basically the 52 handle. Potentially, if basically we don't get that, well, upwards then. So if we don't go down, we're going up. So that hopefully that clarifies it for you. But potentially trading sideways within this range until we decide to make a move. And that move may be dictated by what is going on in trad finance, in finance 1.0. So we got to keep our eye on that. But all in all, crypto looking good, Bitcoin looking good, Ethereum not looking so good against Bitcoin, but looking better. But yeah, it's really got to make a move from this horizontal here to try and get to this horizontal, and then hopefully break that, and then 8k Ethereum, here we come. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys later.